Hello. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? I'm not doing well. Give me 1 second.
Go and throttle up.
Sorry about not working on the truck today, guys. I'm just try to get too much stuff done. I tried to get up in the morning. Body said no again. It's just like, nah, you're not doing that. I'm like, oh, all right. But we do have some good news. Here, take a look. You had about an hour of sleep, so that's how your day's going? All right. Yeah, here, maybe this will make your day better. Draco, 24-month resub. What's up, man? Here's to many more. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Hey, Elro. Yeah, BWX Technologies, General Atomics, Ultra Safe Nuclear Technologies of Seattle. These are concept awards for reactors for NERVA engines, for nuclear thermal propulsion, which is a that's a pretty big deal. Wait, no truck stream. Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow, okay? Yeah, I just gotta... Yeah. Dude, I wanted to. I just woke up this morning and I was... It's not a good week for me thus far. That... Turns out that if you take one day off a week... and that one day you end up working, yeah, that really screwed things up. That Virgin Galactic launch, that really screwed up my internal clock, like, badly. Sunday mornings are usually my not do anything day. Yeah, that really screwed me up. I'm not gonna lie to you. It really messed me up. Oh, so they're ultra safe. Yes. Yeah, that really screwed me up. Yeah, just everything gets knocked out of. Oof. I thought a nuclear reactor paired with a Hall effect thruster was the way to go. It's a way to go. Human person could do that if you wanted to. Depends on what you're trying to do. I think nuclear thermal is a good interim, and then the Hall effect would be the end game there. Serious sleep deprivation is a serious hindrance. Yeah, Sunday is my catch up on sleep day. Didn't work. What do I think about the Virgin Galactic launch? I think it's cool, Mercus. I think it's neat. I think that's really freaking cool. Yeah, I think it's sweet. I think that everybody's trying to read too much into it and should just shut the hell up and enjoy the moment. It's pretty freaking cool. That's a big deal. I know it doesn't seem like much because we've been kind of spoiled by Elon, right? But that's pretty huge. I don't think people understand the energy involved in doing that. You know, like what Spaceship 2 is doing and how it's flying and how it stays in one piece is pretty awesome. Why don't you take your day off now I'm taking Friday and Saturday off, human. I got some stuff to do with family. So, yeah, that's yeah. So, all right. I'm gonna take that NASA news and we're gonna go over here and do this. I see all these Starship models around, and we go over Starship enough. I was thinking maybe I'll throw my hat. Not this one though. I like this one. Maybe I'll throw my hat into the ring and see if we can. All right, Dom family. See if I can do up some Starships. Do you think people complaining about these CEOs taking rides on their rockets a little like complaining? Do you think that people complaining about these CEOs taking rides on their rockets is a little like complaining if Henry Ford took a Model T for a test drive? Henry Ford didn't just take a Model T on a test drive. He actually toured around the country when the Model T was first started being produced, hip-hop. He went around the country with Thomas Edison. I have a book about that. It's sitting on my desk. My other desk. How will you make Starship? In 3D, DV. With Maya. I wanna take my shot at 3D modeling it. Not necessarily Raptor today. That's gonna take a while. Raptors are really complicated, but yeah, maybe at least we could get some turbine machinery. I mean, I figured, DV, we have enough reference. You know from playing Minecraft that you know when it's just all about getting reference. You can make whatever you want with enough reference. If you have the blueprints, you can make it. I mean, in 3D, I have the benefit of not having to worry about making it work, so all the hard stuff you don't need to do. You do the easy stuff. Virgin Spaceplane goes Mach 1 and then does a pretty fast 90-degree pitch up. I wonder what G-force. It's not a pleasant ride, human. It's definitely, How's Maya compared to Blender? And which would be more appropriate for a beginner to mess around with? Play with Blender. Blender is free. That's it. That's the end of the story. Hip. It's with what's going on with all these billionaires doing this stuff, right? I can definitely understand the sentiment. It's like, what the hell, man? Like, there's these people over here, like, they have problems, right? But it's just like I view that as the same. I view that as the same way that it's the same argument that people have when people say, "Oh, why are we going into space? Why are we funding NASA? We should be fixing problems down here." No, there's 7 billion of us on this planet. We can do both of those things. We can do both of them, and there's plenty of billionaires, Richard Branson included, that have done a lot of philanthropic work. So, I mean, what are billion they're not allowed to have fun? You're not allowed to reap the rewards of making all that money? Like, I don't know. Hip, it kind of comes off as jealousy to me. I know that that's not the case with some people, but I think the other thing is that folks on Twitter just find stuff to complain about, man. It's just, yeah, just freaking, you gotta complain about everything, dude. It's just, I don't know, man. It just seems like there's this, like, you're not allowed to have any fun. Other people aren't having fun, so why are you allowed to? It's like, dude, you gotta have some good times. Like, you gotta have something. Yeah, if you aren't pissing in someone's cornflakes, you're not making any progress. Amen to that, bro. I just don't get it. Every time somebody has fun, and I see this as a car guy all the time, dude. It happens pretty much every time I talk about my old cars. This conversation comes up every time, dude. Oh, well, why would you drive one of those? It's not safe. Why would you drive that? It's not safe. Well, do you realize the carbon emissions from that car? I'm like, no, I just study rockets for a living, and I have no idea what carbon emission is. Like, come on, man. I understand. I get it. Like, it's not like I'm driving these damn things to work, you know? In terms of not safe, guess what? Driving old cars is fun. Fun. I know. These miserable folks on Twitter, I don't think they realize what that word means, you know? And I don't know if that's some deep-seated, like, jealousy or envy or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe they're just a jerk. I don't freaking know. Maybe they're a nice person that has a bad day. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, who knows? Putting money into space is more of a noble cause than something like a super yacht. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, Kyle. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, super yachts are cool. I appreciate the engineering. That's really neat. Like, and I can't say that if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't want one at the very least. I mean, I want to take one of those yachts, put some wings on it, and fly it around and call it a 747 because that's spoiler alert. We talked about this yesterday. I would just buy a 747. It's like the maintenance is probably easier. You know? What's up, Linprod? You know, it just is what it is. All right. My latest Starship model that you made in Blender. Oh, it looks good. I kind of wanted to throw my hat into the ring here and see what we can see. Super yacht in space. I mean, so Starship. No barnacles in the air. That's right. Hey, Nafano, what's going on? What's going on? Nothing. How are you? All right. How do I do this? I forget. What was the last thing I was working on in here? Oh, yeah, this. Yeah, we were working on the plane, boss. The plane. So you want to buy Floston Paradise? Yep. Yeah, the 7.3 project. Yep. That's what we were working on last. It's a good project. We'll finish that sometime. Hey, looks like it. Alright. We need a new scene. Don't save. And then we need to set a new project. We'll call this project Grain Silo. No, don't you try to blast the speaker. Alright, let's see what we got. So we need to go in here. Oh, yeah, no. Project Grain Silo. Sweet. Alright, there we go. We got a project folder open. Excellent. The grid. Last week. The Babby 737. Can you export Microsoft Flight Sim craft from this? I don't know, Jim, but that thing's nowhere near high enough fidelity for Flight Sim, dude. Last week I met a real hardcore unroofed guy. Brought him together with someone else I knew was kind of far right. I do a lot of moderation diplomacy, but now I think they don't hate each other. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that sounds like, yeah, I mean, human, that's not a bad thing. Talking it out is the way to go, you know? I've completed my LEGO space collection. ISS, the Lunar Lander, the Saturn V, and the new shuttle with Hubble. I'm sure you have them all already. I don't have the ISS one card toys. I never bought it. But I have everything else. That's awesome, man. But these billionaires are throwing money at it and pushing towards regular flights. At least we're getting a little closer to more cheaper tickets at some point in the future. Yeah, you're gonna have a breakthrough technology, and that's it. Like, you know, like all these folks don't shrug it like a plane ticket price. You know, like these folks like, oh, that's too expensive. It's $250,000. It's too expensive for me. But you can fly on a plane across the country if you want to. You can take a bus, you can take a train, you can take a car across the country. Guess what? At one point, all those technologies were only available to billionaires. Like, I don't know, man. These people, a lot of folks seem very irrational when it comes to this stuff. Clearly, we struck a nerve. And I'm almost like, man, I want to watch Blue Origin, and I want to see Jeff get out of the capsule and just flip everybody off. Like, I'm kind of getting sick of these people, man. I'm getting sick of it. It's so messed up, you know. It's so freaking annoying. Stop it. Stop that. Just enjoy it. Have some fun for a change, man. Damn. And people wouldn't like hearing that though. They get mad. They get mad if you said that. Like, that's why in that regard, I kind of admire all these guys, like Elon and Jeff and Richard Branson. They don't get, like, have you guys noticed that? They don't let stuff bother them. And if they do, they're good at hiding it. You ever see Jeff Bezos get mad at somebody? I mean, he probably does, like, in business or something, like, but that's running a business, man. Like, you ever see him say, I'm really upset about what this person said about me? He gives no fricks at all. Like, nothing. No fricks. Nothing. I kind of admire that. I wish I could just be like that. That would be sweet. It's the first step to hopefully better things in the future, right? There you go. Oh, man, I would love that song, Hip. I would own that, you know? I never really see him say much at all. Yeah, Fragment, because the guy's too busy working, you know? Put you back into it, tell us why, show us how. Look at where you came from, look at you now. No, you, Tarada, got him. Are you going to put Bezos in here? Nah, I don't know. He just... But EJ, billionaire bad. I'm like... I'm not going to sit here and say I don't wish I had that much money, dude. That'd be great. That'd be great. Be awesome. You know, that'd be freaking sweet. Alright. Dude, if I put Jeff in here now, people would get mad. People would get mad. People would get, like, people would be like, why do you have him here? You know that's going to happen. I kind of want to now. I'll tell you what I'd do, man. Launch 2 rockets at the same time, man. Wouldn't they get orbital? Yeah. Alright. So, back into Maya. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. We'll go from there. AP.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Defense, what's up, bro? 8-month resub. Which version of Starship are you doing? I was thinking maybe the current one. Like, we got to figure out some dimensions first. I mean, I know it's a 9-meter diameter, right? So, they're gonna take some liberties with a straight 3D model. Let's get it to where. Let's get it to try and look like it, right? Like, and we can couple this with space news, right? By looking at the Starship footage and then modeling what we see. Let's go in here. Let's go in here and take a look. Why you not have sound? Blueprints. Oh. Oh. Raphael has blueprints. Oh my gosh. Actually, that would be really good reference. Lunprod. How about Lunar Starship with the elevator? Well, if we model one, I figure I can model... Like, what I want to try to do is just model the rings. You know? We'll just model some rings. I'll make one ring section, and then we'll make the bulkheads. We'll make it exactly like how SpaceX makes it. We just got to kind of get a picture of the bulkheads and stuff. What are they doing here? Huh. Is this going to be KSP friendly? No. I don't know, drummer. I would probably end up just using it as a way to show people Starship and stuff. Look at that thing. What the heck is that supposed to be? Like, I just want to make it in sections, just like SpaceX does. Like, we'll make that. I'll start with one barrel section, and then we'll start doing all the differences in the barrel section. Model the inside and make the deconstruct, the one where all the parts get split. Oh yeah, the exploded view, Emma. Yeah, we could do that, right? That's a righteous mustache. Thanks, man. Hell yeah. It's pretty good. I didn't realize I could grow this good of a mustache until I did it. And I'm like, holy crap. This is like some Freddie Mercury stuff right here. Look at it. That's pretty awesome. Right? It's pretty good. And you know what the messed up part is? It looks good. Well, okay, all right. I don't look like a weirdo too much. I know I am. I get it. But also, it's like, it doesn't look bad. You know what I mean? I get it. It's hilarious. But also, it doesn't look the worst. Like, I can go out in public and not get strange looks from people, all right? All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, we should start with just a ring. I'll just make one of the rings, just like what SpaceX did. Hey, Chief, what's going on? I don't like a weirdo. Well, too much. Just maybe a little bit, okay? All right, let me see that blueprint from Raphael. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. This is really nice. Raphael did a good job. I'm not superstitious, just a little stitious. Yep. Step 1, literally make ring. That's it. The nose cone might be a little bit more difficult to do, but... Is that in feet or meters? Well, 9 meter. It's meters. So like what I want to do is just make bulkheads. Just make the bulkheads, which look to be pretty much the same thing, just flipped upside down, at least for Starship. And then obviously, instead of a header tank or the top dome, this has the thrust puck. The proper unit. Out of here. To use feeder meters in Maya. Whatever the most applicable system is, to be honest with you. You know, when you go to Spain, you don't try to get everybody to speak German because German is more efficient, right? Languages, I get it, but you know what I mean. I just think that measuring systems are like languages. You can use one, use whatever is the best application. Bad example. They tried. No, they didn't. What are you talking about? Poor attempt at acknowledging World War II history, Endo. Very poor attempt. You know better than that. What 3D modeling programs do you know how to use? Well, I know Maya out of the box. Yeah. I know Maya, and then we could figure out whatever. Alright, so I gotta figure out what measuring system I'm working with. So let me go into... I don't know what I had this set to last time, so let me go into the preferences. And I'm going to... Where's the grid stuff? Just grid stuff. I think I had it in the prefs. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. I forget where you set grid preferences, man. It's been so friggin' long.
Discovery,
It's in here somewhere. Do we have unit measurement in here? It's in one of these settings here. Ah, here we go. Working units. Yeah, okay, we're working in metric with Y-up axis. Okay, angular degrees, tolerance position. Alright, yeah, we're good. We're good. Base everything off the height of Kerbals. You want me to make it scale, Ren? Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't make it end like the shuttle project, dude. Come on. Hey, Southern Gent, 43-month resub. Thanks, buddy. Alright. What we should do is set that to meters. It'll be easier. I could set it to meters and go from there. The working units is set to centimeters, so we could set this to meters here, and there we go. Dang, I almost got him. Don't do that. Alright, so how much do we think a grid spot is? Or not, these grid spots are square meters here now. How much do we think a grid spot is? I don't know what the heck I was just trying to ask. How tall are these rings? Does Raphael have a measurement on these here? The rings look to be about 1.8. 1.9 maybe? At the top. So these were done by Raphael Adami over on Twitter, File097. There's a really nice blueprint that we can use to get some reference. 1.83? Where is it? Am I missing it? Oh yeah, right there. 1.83. Alright, so if we wanted to be precise, with this, I'm gonna set this back to centimeters. I'll set the grid back to centimeters. That would be easier. Alright, so give me one of these. So this thing is 2 centimeters across by 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. It's tiny. Very tiny. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to go in here, and we're going to bring up our scale tool. It's just like Kerbal. Well, the scale tool isn't, but... Oh dear. It's clipping into the camera. Hold on. We're going to go into... Oh, what the hell's wireframe view? There we go. Alright, so now we set it back to meters, right? Here. I'm wondering if I make a new primitive. Right? If we make a new primitive, our scale, if we go 9 by 9 by 9... Oh, I set that one to 0. The rings are 6 feet, or 1.828.88. Alright, cool. Excellent. We should probably set that scale to that. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, I think it's... Hang on. So let's go into the top view. Let me wireframe this out. These are set to meters right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 18 meter. No good. So let's scale it to 4.5. There we go. There's 9 meters right there. I don't know why it set the last one to 0 again. Should probably stop doing that. So the rings are 6 feet. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to go in here. And I'm going to get my edge loop tool. So, insert edge loop. I'm going to put an edge loop in there at 0, right? And then I'm going to take the vertices, and I'm going to hold X just like KSP. Hold X, snap it to grid, right? Just like that. All right, so now I have a line on the 0 line. And then guess what? We're going to take this. Skip. Skip. Done. Look at that. See, now the ring has the... we're getting there. We got the bottom there. All right, so now what we're going to do is... Boop. There we go. Yes, it comes with the funny noises. They probably work in metric. They probably work with whatever unit of measurement works the best. I'm serious, guys. Like, that's how this is done. Like, if it's and I'm not just saying that because I like Imperial. Metric is way easier. It's 1,000 times easier to work with. You don't have to spend all your time thinking about fractions. Trust me on that one. And I'm saying that as Mr. American Flag over here. Like, I get it. However, if you go into a project and everyone is working in Imperial, you best be learning Imperial sometime soon. You know? Like, that's the reality of that situation. That's how that works in the real world. Metric is 1,000 times easier. Yeah. See? Yeah, see? Look at that. My shirt's sagging so you can see my nice farmer's tan. Isn't that great? It's really good. All right, so 1.8. What was the measurement? What do you mean? 18 meter Starship is great. The rings are about 6 feet. All right, so what we can do is I can switch my grid. I'll switch the grid to feet. See? We can switch it to feet. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. There you go. There's your ring. Done. Hydro, the dirty little secret is that everything over here, everything since like the 50s has been engineered in metric. Everything. Everything from guns, tanks. The UX is in Imperial. If we're talking about in the well, maybe it's the 60s. 60s would probably be about right. Apollo, it was all engineered in metric. The Saturn V, all engineered in metric, and then it was back converted through the computers to Imperial. Yeah. Now add some tiles. We can make some tiles, dude. That ain't be a problem. That won't be a problem. There you go. Look, we made a ring. You have the ring. And I see your grain silo is as big as mine. Let's see how well you handle it. Alright. So, I'm going to switch us back over to meters here. Actually, yeah, meters should be fine. Alright, cool. So now we have the ring. There we go. There's the ring. So this is our ring prototype. There we go. Alright. Look at that. One ring section to rule them all. So Starship, all Starship is, and I say this like this is some like, oh, all it is. It's just this. Just SpaceX just keeps stacking rings. And then there are variations to the ring depending on where it is on the Starship stack. That's all it is. Starship is very simple. But we also got to we also got to do the interior of it as well. Now add a stainless steel mat to it. Okay. Hang on one second. That's a picture you don't see every day. Alright, so the hyper shade is where we do that, if I'm remembering right. Hey, here we go. Alright, we gotta, let me make a new Fong shader. Uh, 304. We'll just call it stainless then. Jeez, I didn't like 304. Alright, so we can go tweak this here. So let me select that. Apply material to selection. Since it's just a standard Fong shader, I mean, we used to use Lambert's back in the day. So take the color. It's like light gray almost. There we go. Alright, now we'll put a specular color, a specular shading color of like blue on there. Give it a blue tint. And if we put that blue on there, it'll reflect the stainless pretty well. It'll look like stainless. It's close. Like, this would require a lot of tweaking. Shading and lighting, man.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
I don't know if we have shaded, so that's shaded with texture maps on. It doesn't look like it's going to render the reflected stuff in here. Hey, Enroy, what's up? We're making Starship rings, dude. I couldn't work on the truck today, so I figure I'd do something fun on here. I hope you enjoy it. I heard you mentioning the 3D art background recently. Really excited to see you work with it. Noobing my way through Blender for the last few months. Yeah, it's cool. Hell yeah, man. Alright, right on, right on. Alright, so, now another thing that we gotta do now. So, let's save ring prototype here. And I'm just gonna duplicate it in case I mess this one up. We'll just leave that over there. Alright, so I want to do the interior of these rings. Alright? I want to see the interior of them. The outside is just... It's just flat. Like, it's just smooth. It's just stainless steel. Unless there's like an umbilical or something attached to it, or a hose, or a raceway, or these stringers on the outside of Super Heavy right there. Some of them have these marks here. Now, I'll be honest, if we were 3D modeling this, these marks would be better done via texture. It would be better to do that via texture. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that eventually. If we're gonna, let's see how far this project goes, you know? Yep, they installed that Raptor last night. Can you add more edges to make it rounder? Of course I could. But more edges is gonna be more taxing on the computer when we go to render this thing, dude. Or we could subdivide it. Subdividing it will make it really smooth. I don't know what optimizations you need to do to make something 3D printable, Drummer. I'd have to go read about it. Dude. That's so nuts. I think they wanted to remove that part. What are these? That's the V-band clamp. giant V-band. SPMTs. I need, you know what? I'm gonna go to the NASA spaceflight thread. Yeah, let's go to the NSF thread. Texas prototype thread 21 discussion. Here we go. Let's see. These are this thread is where they post all the pictures that wind up in the YouTube videos. Yeah, we'll go from there. Actually, no, we don't want the discussion. We want super heavy engineering general. You can still increase the number of edges. Yeah, you could tessellate it yeah, that's tessellation. Those look like downcomer tubes, yeah. Production updates master thread. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. See, like all this stuff, we gotta figure out like all the different variations of ring they have. And I've been following this for a good while, but yeah, oh man. This is gonna be a lot. But let's just start with a ring, you know? Go from there. I just need to see like the inside of these rings, if some of the rings have internal stringers or not. We might need to go digging in the older threads. Huh. So I'm part of doing 3D modeling, guys. What makes this so ridiculously easy, or it makes it a lot easier, is having reference. Having reference, man. That's the secret to my Kerbal builds too. Like, I get a lot of reference. The more you know about something, like, I can model this, I can make that, no problem. But if I know what it does, I'll be able to make it better and understand it better. You know? It's an important thing to understand. The more reference that you have with 3D modeling, the better it's going to go. Don't try to freehand stuff. Like, I don't do that. That's not really going to end well. Just trying to find a picture of the inside of one of these rings when they're doing a flip. Get as much reference as you can. Here we go. Here we go. Where's the flip? All right, here we go. That'll work. Oh. Well, shoot. Seems pretty smooth to me. That's what she said. Pretty straightforward stuff. Make your minions here do it? Do what? Find you reference? I mean, so how's that different than any other day? Here, let's go. These are from way earlier in the year. See, here's the pictures from that video that we were just watching. Man, Super Heavy is insane. We should see a static fire from it tomorrow, from what I understand. Let's go to 115. Let's go. Oh, man. I could model that. We could make that. That's no problem. I could make it. I could remake it in CAD if you give me the measurements. Also, that Mack truck, though. What a beast. Love old trucks, man. Should model the trucks, too. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is actually some sick reference for Raptors right there. At least for all the detail stuff. Ah, face caterpillar. Yeah, Len Prod, I got you. I just gotta find the right reference here. Alright. Well, the interior of these rings seems to be pretty dang smooth. So what I'm gonna do... I can't just use the backside of these polygons here. Using the backside of the polygons is going to, using the backside of the polygons it doesn't work that way because you have face normals. So every piece of 3D geometry, right, has basically a decal on one side. That decal is called a UV, all right? So like picture you putting a sticker over each one of these faces right here. That's called a UV, and that sticker is what you put texture on, okay? If you've ever played a video game, right, and that video game, like you see something that you're not supposed to see and you can see through, like you get outside of the map and you can see through stuff, that's face normals. Face normals. The stickers are pointing in the wrong direction. So there's nothing to render on the other side. There's no decal on the other side, no UVs. You could, if you look at a UV from the backside, it'll just be transparent. That's right, Dimitri. Hey, Alucard, what's going on? If the rings have no internal structure, how does the vehicle stay strong? Those could have been older rings, J-Speed. It looks like the newer stuff has a lot of internal stringers in it, dude. That's why I'm trying to look at new pictures. I'm not entirely convinced that the inside of this doesn't have these internal stringers on it. See these weld marks where the TIG welder penned through? That's these things. I'm pretty sure it has baffling on the inside. And those pictures that we saw at the beginning of this thread are an older prototype. Actually, the reason why this is great reference here is because one of the engines doesn't have any hardware on it. So you can see nothing is covered by wires. You can see all the plumbing. That's actually a really good picture that Elon posted. We can even model the Dinglebop if we want to. What the frick is this? What is this? What am I? What? Side note, what? Yeah, we gotta have a plumbus, yeah. That's machine pornography right there, jeez. See, there's some kind of seam thing going on here that we gotta figure out. And I can model these pieces. Internal struts. It's gotta be for something. Like, the angles that these are at tells me that this is going to be on the outsides of the tank somewhere. And, okay, so, hardware nerd, like, mechanical hardware. So, we got lock washers again. You have nylock washers. Nylock washers with grade 8 bolts. If you have nylocks with grade 8 bolts, whatever this does is going to be... is going to have a lot of induced vibration on it. Every single one of these is a nylock. And I predicted before when I saw a structure like this, it was the aero control surfaces. The brackets for those aero control surfaces I noticed had nylock washers on them. And I know from messing with cars that anytime you have nylocks, which is it's a nut with a ring of nylon inside of it, so it locks. It does not move. That means it's susceptible, whatever this part is susceptible to a lot of vibrations. And the nylock basically makes it so the thing doesn't back out. Nylocks are more expensive, that's why you don't use them all the time. The meme that goes with the engines, I love it. Is the plan to make animations? I don't know. What am I looking at here, Lunprod? Oh, that's the internal ribbing on the bulkhead, yeah. Here, let's see. JSP, what do you got? Yeah. I don't know if every single one of them is going to have that, though. See, this is why 3D modeling takes time, dude. Not much reference here. Gotta find a video with them turning one of the bulkheads over. Actually, you know what we can look at? I'm not even thinking right. Let's go over here. Let's go to RGV. He has a lot of top-down shots of everything. Who did this?
Discovery, go and throttle up.
The Can Crusher. Well, that explains that one. Loading up your space news already. RJ, 26-month resub. Need some of the top downs from RGV. Here we go. Alright, let's take a look. They do seem to be pretty smooth. Well, inside's basically smooth. Alright, cool. I saw what I wanted to see. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's go in here like this. I'm gonna select the top edge. I'm going to hit Control E, and that's edge extrusion, and then we're going to scale it this way, like that. In reality, this edge, we know they're using 4mm stainless, right? So, actually, what we could do here, if we wanted to do this really right, and we wanted to get the engineering done real good, right? Let me go back over here. Let's go back into the settings and preferences, and then I'll switch this to millimeters. What the hell? Here we go. Alright, now the camera's freaking out. So, alright, there's our millimeters right there. So, if I go in here like this, right? Because we're set to millimeters. So, go in here. We got to select that edge loop like that. Deselect that one. Go down here. Hold shift. Select both of these, right? And then we hit E. And then we extrude them in. Oh man. Normally you wouldn't want to make an edge this thin. It's really frigging thin. We're at like 10 mil right now, but we need to scale it a little bit more. What you doing? I'm making rings for Starship. Here, let's try doing one of these at a time. The scale transform is not working how I want. It doesn't want to scale correctly. It won't scale it to any lower than that. Here, let's try local scale in X. .05. Alright, now what I gotta do is go in here like this, and I have to make sure that... There we go. It didn't like that. It didn't like snapping. So what I can do now is we can get a little cheaty here. For the lower edge, I mean, what we could do is go in... Yeah, see, because I'm in millimeters here. The grid scale is currently set to mil, so every grid spot is 1 millimeter. And this is the detail that you can get in with Maya. And you know what the crazy thing about Maya is? Maya is designed for making video games. This is not a CAD system. It could be, I guess, if the price is right. They probably do the welding of any interior structure after the segments are joined. That way any segment can go before it. Yeah, that's my guess. The price is wrong, Bobby. No, I'm trying to get this to 3 mil, but I don't think Maya wants to get any... Maya isn't liking it. I'm not going to lie to you. She really ain't liking it. Where's my channel box? No. Oh, I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. We got to make it 4. It's 4 mil, so... But I don't want to do a vertex snap here. But this lower edge right here, right? The lower edge is correct. So, you know what? It's like 3.8 mil, so we can vertex snap that. But we got to be careful about vertex snapping. Because if we vertex snap, right? Oh no, it worked. Vertex snapping and orthographic worked. All right, excellent. So now let's go up here. All right, let me set my scale back. We can set it to centimeters. It'll be a little bit easier to see it. We can go back here and we can vertex snap this. See, Kerbal is like a dumbed down version of this. That's why I'm so good at manipulating it, because I went to school for this stuff. I can really get Kerbal to do what I want, which is fun. I really like it. But Maya is like a way, 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 way more advanced version of Kerbal. In fact, parts that were made for Kerbal were made in a CAD system like this, right? I can make any part I want to in this and put it in KSP if we really, really wanted to get... Like, if we really wanted to get crazy with KSP, I could make my own parts, right? I could make my own wings. I'll just model Venture Star's wings and then code them to work like the actual wings on the real one. I don't know if that would be a little bit weird with mission mode, but it definitely would be a challenge, and I'm kind of thinking it would be fun. But we could do that. I could definitely get that done. So right now, I'm snapping the upper and lower edges of this to each other to make the 4 mil thick 304L, because the stainless steel on Starship is 4 mil from what we understand. And I mean, we got to thank Elon on that front. He's been very forthcoming with Starship information, which is pretty cool. It's unprecedented, man. Nobody's ever had this kind of access to a project like this, which is why it should be pretty easy to make a ring out here and go from there. So all I need to do is kind of figure out how they're producing stuff, which I know a good deal about how they're going to make this stuff, right? Or how they've been making it. I've been following it since it started, right? So we should be able to get a good idea there. All right. See, some of these didn't. Some of these did a no-no. Ah, crap. Alright, it didn't do what I wanted. Back it out. Some of these flip the faces around. That's what all that Z fighting is. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this. Structural defect. Duplicate this, move it back. That's why I wanted to keep this the prototype ring. Okay. How should we do this? Do you want to be technical? Do we want it to be exact? See, this is where it depends on what you're doing. If I was making this for a video game, it doesn't have to be exactly 4 mil. It has to be good enough to look the part, right? So what I really want to do with this, guys, I'll be honest. People are asking me like, oh, do you want to make this, you want to put this in Kerbal? We could put these parts in Kerbal. We could do that. Do you want to do that? Not really. What I want to do is use this to explain. So instead of drawing stuff out in Paint, I can just load this up and we can use that. That's kind of what I want to do. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just going to make it good enough to get the point across, okay? In reality, though, this stuff is really, really, really thin. See, that's 5 mil right there, give or take. That's fine. It's good enough. A millimeter is, like, not very much. So, what we need to do is, I need to go in here. I need to go in here and hold left control and select this edge group, right? And then what I need to do is switch my settings back over to feet, because these stainless steel rolls come in feet. They're 6 foot. So if I do that and I take this edge, which I scaled it inward. When I scaled it inward, it scaled in 3 dimensions. So it's scaled inward on X and Y and Z, so that moves it down. We need to snap that right there. If I snap it, now the edge is straight. See that? Let me get in here. See the edge? Straight. Perfect. Now that's what I got to do with the bottom one. With the bottom one, though, we're snapped to origin here, so we can just take all the vertices, right? And then I can just scale them on the x-axis, or this is y up. We're using y up, so we can scale them like that, and then scale them like that, and then snap them to 0y. And now that edge is good. Perfect. All right, so check this out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some sewing. You guys like sewing? Anybody here want to be a seamster or a seamstress? Like sewing? All right, here's what we do. Check this out. We go in here like this. I select the edge loop, right? And now we're going to hit extrude again. I'm going to extrude it, basically where we stretch the edge. And now we're going to go down here like this. And I'm going to snap that one to 6 feet. Perfect. We're getting a little bit of Z fighting because these 2 edges are near each other. See, you get Z fighting just like you do in KSP. Are we going to 3D print this? Nope. Just an engineering model, Chief, so we can learn. See, now we're getting some clipping. That's just the camera, the perspective camera. So we can I should be able to edit the functions of the perspective camera. If we go into the outliner here and I set my persp camera, we can set the camera settings for this. So watch, if I take these and I move it around, nope, that didn't do anything. Focus distance, nope. Lens squeeze, we can change the f-stop, you can change the focal length like you can in KSP, check that out. Isn't that cool? Everything is keyable in Maya. Everything. I can key all this stuff. This might be a render setting and not a camera attribute. UI elements. Nope. Let's go back into settings and preferences, and then we got to sew these vertices together, but I want to make sure that this doesn't happen, because if this keeps happening right here, people are going to keep asking me, why is it so messed up right there? So let's go into cameras here. Yeah, here we go. Near clip and far clip. It didn't like it. Nope, still didn't like it. I thought that would be what we wanted to change, but it's not. It's the clipping distance, yeah. I thought that would mess with it. Didn't like it. Why does your model clip like this? It didn't like it, dudes. Those edges might just be too close to each other for Maya to understand. I might be able to change the prefs right here. I'm wondering what happens if I go back into here and we set this back to centimeters. Now, it's just from the camera being zoomed out. If we zoom in on the edges, the render understands, but if you zoom out, it gets really confused. Maybe it changes with grid settings here, so let's... I mean, it's unlikely, but let's set that to meters and see what it does. Nope, didn't like that either. I'm changing the grid measurements, Jim. These that I set here are meters, and then I had it set to foot before, and then I had it set to millimeters to do this, but it doesn't like it. And I just don't remember where the camera setting is, man. Maya is so ridiculously extensive. You can literally do anything with this in terms of video games. Maybe there's a camera setting in here. I thought it would be the clip distance, but it's definitely not. I can change the accuracy, Novus, and the thing is if we zoom in on it, it understands it just fine. It's when we zoom out and it sees two polyagonal faces that are really close to each other, and the render window here, which is this is just an example render. It wouldn't do this if I actually went to render it. Like if I put this into Unity, I'm sure it'll work just fine. See, that's just obnoxious though. I can't stand that. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Oh, hey, don't do that. Here. We're gonna have to take some creative liberties with this. See? It's not even selecting some of the right faces here, man. Like I'm selecting this and it's selecting the outer ring, which is no good. Can't do that. Alright, so here's what we'll do. Let me select that edge loop. And we selected the top edge loop. And now I'm gonna go in here. Shift click that one. Select that edge loop, right? And now we've selected the upper and lower edge here, and now I know that I have the right faces. But we never sewed those vertices together. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Hey, Lois. Diarrhea. Here, maybe if I shift select that. Nope. There we go. I got all the edge loops that time. This will have to do. That's like 10 mil thick. The crazy part about this, guys, is that most rockets, this is way too thick. Like, that's way too heavy of a mass fraction here. That's like KSP tanks. That's about how thick the tank walls are in KSP. They're at least 10 mil thick. Or 100 mil thick, excuse me. Which is, I mean, the tanks in KSP are made out of, like, plated armor. Catch up on some sleep? I did, yeah. Needed it, man. Actually, that's more in line. I mean, you could do the math. You could do the math and figure out the tank wall thickness of the tanks in KSP. It's actually not that hard. You could use area of a circle. Anybody know that one? I don't understand. Some people not liking metric or vice versa are imperial. The imperial system is based off the metric since 1959, where inch... I don't care, Gujar. I view measuring systems like languages. There's times where certain measuring systems fit the bill. Metric isn't the solution, the end-all be-all solution. Now, for engineering, especially at a micro scale like this, absolutely. Oh yeah, dude. But for a plane traveling across an ocean or a plane traveling a long distance, they're already using degrees, minutes, and seconds for coordinates for global positioning. So planes makes more sense to measure in knots because you're using nautical miles as your coordinate system, right? That makes the most sense. That's why planes' speeds are measured in knots. So are boats, right? That makes more sense to me. Why would you measure planes in kilometers an hour or miles an hour? That makes no sense, right? Maybe you can edit the rotation ring to make it a 2 meter thick and do a 2 meter thick internal ring. Yeah, maybe. How the frick would you know what the tank thickness is in KSP? They literally have no walls. Well, you can correlate dry mass and you can get a mass fraction from there, Hokey. So if the tank is, so if a 2.5 meter tank, right? If a 2.5 meter tank in KSP is 18 tons, right? So we'll take half orange tank. If that's 18 tons, right? And the tank with no fuel in it is 1 ton, right? Or 1,000 kilograms. So 18,000 kilograms versus 1,000 kilograms. You find that correlation there. That can be correlated with pi r squared. You should be able to figure it out. Unless the bulkheads are a different thickness, which is unlikely with rockets. You usually have uniform thickness around the entire tank because you want pressure evenly distributed all over the entire tank. You don't want a point where you have non-uniform pressure, or else the tank will pop. SpaceX had that problem with Mark 1 because the welds weren't generating uniform pressure and the bulkhead blew out the bottom. Right? You could use pi r squared to figure that out. I could give you the tank wall thickness of the tanks in Kerbal. It would just be an approximation, but we could do it. All right. Pies aren't square, they are round. Well, Bandit, stop being a freaking square then. Bandit, how about that Atlanta race, man? God, that track sucks. It's cool, it's a fun race, but god dang, that track is abrasive. Holy balls, dude. Also, shake and bake. That's awesome. That made me really happy when I heard that. Man, that track. See, Bandit, I'll be honest with you. I don't mind 1.5 miles if they're doing stuff like that. If each 1.5 miles, like Atlanta's 1.5 miles is like made out of a different surface, like, and it'll screw your tires up, that changes the strategy. That's cool. I like that. That's pretty neat. All right, so here's the thing. How thick did these end up being? Oh gosh. Here, let me set us back over to millimeters. Milimetros. Okay, let's set us to centimeters and see what it does. Centimetros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.5 centimeters. Oh god, 750 mil. 750 mil. In real life, it's 4. So it's over here somewhere. Crazy, right? Feel old yet? Wait. Can you import this into KSP when you're done? Nah. I don't think I want to do that, dude. I just want to use this as an engineering model to learn. If you're making a fuel tank in KSP, dude, there's no freaking way you would model the inside because nobody's ever going to see the inside. You only model the inside of it if you have to. I'm almost debating not doing that. Just saying screw it. Yeah, 75, not 750. Sorry, I forgot the 0. You know what I mean. I'm almost debating just not doing it. I mean, it would be cool to model the inside of this stuff so I could show everything inside and out, but I'm not sure Maya has the guts to understand it. Actually, it probably does. I'm probably just an idiot and can't figure out the camera settings. What is this in M16 lengths? Yes. I don't know. How long is an M16? Which variant? Aren't they all different? Why not making it in KSP? Because I find that I have to explain a lot of things in Starship that are a little bit complicated to understand. So it's probably better to just mess with it in here. Alright. What did I set this to? Yeah, the 75 mil is fine. It'll work. It's good enough. It'll get the point across. Mustache twiddling. You know what? I might have a better way to do this, guys. Hold on. Let me go into the toroidal primitive here. Okay. So this is a toroidal. It's torus, not toroidal. Toroidal is plural. This is a torus primitive, so it's a donut. It's a donut. All right, so we can go in here and tweak the settings. So the subdivision axis, right? We want 20 subdivisions, right? And then we can lower this, right? We can lower this to 3, but I'm going to make it 4, right? Ah, very nice, eh? Oh, perfect. Oh, look at that there, bud. We could really get away with that, couldn't we? We want to set a radius. Let me go in here and go into preferences, right? Set this back to metros. And then we want the radius to be 4.5, right? And now that should, yeah. All right. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this. Look at this guy. Stop saying right. No. Max, as a Minnesotan, I take offense to that. Oh, be quiet, bud. You know I like it. You know, a guy really could get used to talking like this. All right, anyway. Max, that doesn't actually work well because the tanks in KSP always have the same dry mass fraction, 1 to 9. But because the mass varies by volume and the surface area doesn't vary directly by volume, You'd find different tank wall thicknesses for different tank sizes. Smaller tanks will have thinner walls. Larger tanks will have thicker walls. Yeah, you're right. You'd have to do it on a per tank basis, dude. That's correct, yeah. Once again, proving that you're way better at math than I am. I mean, I would hope so, Max. Jeez. Let's see. It's not unrealistic to have a thick wall for tanks if you have non-integral tanks for insulation, but mostly KSP tanks are thick due to needing a collider. Now that I understand. Wait, I'm confused. You weren't here yesterday, but you're here today, all day. What's going on, buddy? Hi, by the way. I did stream yesterday, Airborne, but... Airborne, what I like to do with streaming is I like to test myself constantly. I constantly test myself to see what I'm capable of with streaming. It's just pushing yourself, dude. You know, I'm pretty sure you know all about that, right? I like to push myself. I like to see what I can get done. With that being said, over the course of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, last weekend, I pushed myself too hard. I streamed, and once again, I'm not trying to brag, I'm just telling you what's going on, alright? So Friday's stream was like 14 hours. Saturday's stream I had to take a break, and that should have been a good red flag, right? Saturday's stream cumulatively was like another 14 hours, right? And I got like 3 hours of sleep in between. And then I woke up on Sunday and streamed for another 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours after I stopped streaming, and we watched Virgin Galactic. And I'll be honest, and then on Sunday I went and did other things. I went to a block party, then Brimo and I went down to the beach, and we did all this other stuff because I want to spend time with her, right? So yeah, by Sunday night I was gassed. I slept for 12 hours straight, and I woke up on Monday, and I woke up yesterday, I still felt like trash. Long story short, I found a limit there. Don't try to get like 6 hours of sleep over the course of 48. That's not a good idea. Yeah. Oops. I make fun of people around here the most, Element. Jeez. Not sure if you tried it. Google says to raise the near clip distance fighting, Z fighting, not lower it. Raise it? Okay, we can try that. Yeah, so Airborne, I'm constantly trying to push myself. So Monday, Tuesday, the other thing is, guys, I have these other. I wanted to talk about this, and I'll do it. I'll do it during Space News. But the gist of it is, I want to change my schedule up just a little bit. Not big. Not like I'll still stream 70 hours a week. I just want to change and rotate it around. I'm thinking about taking Mondays off permanently and streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The reason is because we were talking about this yesterday. All right. I've always said like, you know, if I move my day off to Monday and start streaming on Tuesday, they're gonna start launching rockets on Monday, right? Rocket launches, everybody launches on my day off, right? So I decided to put that theory to the test. I cross-reference every launch in 2021 thus far. There has been, how many launches this year? List of rocket launches in 2021. Okay, so check this out. Just real quick. Take a look. I mean, China's going ham on launches, and I didn't even really count them. But we're looking at an average of 10 launches a month, right? So cumulatively, there's probably been 50, 60 launches this year, right? I think that's reasonable. Out of those 50 to 60 launches, how many of those do you think was on a Monday? How many of them do you think was on a Tuesday? I did this math out last night. Long story short, out of like 60 launches in 2021, 5 of them have been on a Monday. And like 15 of them have been on a Tuesday. So statistically, a rocket launch per this year, and don't get me wrong, it does always change, right? But I know about rocket forecasts. The rocket launches aren't going anywhere. The reason why we are on a dry spell right now is because the Eastern testing range is down. They're doing maintenance on it, right? So I think that taking Monday off, taking Sunday, Monday off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, belting it out, same amount of hours streaming, but on Friday and Saturday, instead of going like 12 to 4 in the morning, I'll just do my old schedule. So we'll do a little bit of Space News, Kerbal, and then after hours, right? I'll start at 4 on Fridays and Saturdays. So once again, it's not 80 hours a week, it's about 70 hours a week. It's not quarantine streams, but it's not what I had before either. I think this schedule will actually be better because I'll actually be able to relax for a little bit and also work on other things. I have other projects waiting in the wings that I think you guys would really, really like. Not necessarily related to space, but it is cool stuff, right? The first 2 weeks in July every year, they do maintenance to the Eastern Testing Range. That's normal. Happens every year. So less early hours? Only on Fridays and Saturdays, RJ. Only on Fridays and Saturdays. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is just going to be regular stuff. Just regular hours. And then maybe on Mondays, if I'm feeling it, I'll do the truck streams, right? Maybe I'll just switch truck streams to Monday, right? And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we just do the regular schedule. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, early hours. Yeah, absolutely. But doing these 16-hour streams back to back is screwing me up a little bit. It's really difficult. And I've been doing it for like a year and a half, man. It's tough. And you know I'm not one to shy away from a challenge. And I'm not one to be like, nah, I can't do that. I don't like telling myself I can't do something. That's stupid. I think it's counterintuitive. You won't know until you try. Well, I've tried, and it's really difficult to do back-to-back 16-hour streams every week. I've been doing that for the past year, give or take. Slackster, 10-month resub. So Space News will get cut back a little. I'll probably just curtail Space News to 2 hours from now on, so we can get more Kerbal time in. I don't like that Kerbal is like kind of an after-hours game now. I really don't like that. No, yeah. I'm basically gonna reset my schedule probably when I get back next week. Yeah, plus the deadline's hired, exactly. I want to take it seriously, you know? So, like the 70, thanks, Bailey. Yeah. So, yeah, these other projects, guys, I think you'll really enjoy. It does involve some RL stuff. Now that stuff's kind of more or less trending back towards trending, not back to normal. We're not getting back to normal anytime soon. I understand that, right? Now that stuff is trending back to normal, we can start doing. I basically want to start doing the stuff that I was going to do in 2020 anyway, if COVID didn't happen, right? Yeah, prep. How did it go with the thing we spoke about? Oh, I haven't. I forgot to send it, Demon. God damn it. Yeah, like, see, Havocs, the thing is, dude, I don't need that much me time. I really don't. I don't need that much me time. I don't need much, but I do need it. It's human. As annoying as that is. I wish I could just machine this thing. I wish I could just stream 24 hours a day. It'd be a great way to grow the stream, but damn human body. Ugh. So annoying. Hey, Mick, what's going on, bro? We'll have a more regimented schedule starting next week, Chief. You should see more KSP at night. Yep. That's cool. Mick, I'm messing with Cat over here. I'm a 3D artist by trade, dude. I don't know if you ever knew that. I'm trying to build some Starship rings. I'm trying to figure out... I mean, I know it's just a freaking cylinder, I get it, but it's a 9-meter cylinder with 4 mil tank wall, 304L stainless for these rockets right here. And these guys, Mick, I'm sure you know, they TIG these things together because you can't MIG stainless steel. It doesn't like that. It doesn't play nice. So I'm trying to go in 3D, dude, and I'm trying to go into 3D here and kind of understand a little bit more about the metal fab involved with building Starship parts for spaceships. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Freaking looks like kitchen appliances up in here. But yeah, it's cool, Mick, because they're just out in the shed, man. Seriously, they're out in the shed just tigging these tanks together, which is pretty crazy. I have 2 kids. There isn't any time for me because after they go to sleep, so do I. Yeah, I know, Havix. I know what you mean. Anyway, what was that Lancia doing in the shed, Mick, the other day? If you don't mind me asking, was that a customer car? That's incense after a few Guinness. My man! You better have had one on me in the pub, man, or else I'm gonna be a little pissed. I drank one that night, dude. You guys know my buddy Mick, Madford Engineering. Mick runs a shop out of the UK, and he wrenches on all different types of cars. Mostly Fords though. So we're friends. Made a custom wiring loom for it. That's cool, man. Because the Lancia's wire harness is Lucas tier. Yeah, I knew that. Oh, I needed to show you how to pour one. Now we're talking. Alright, so I was using a Taurus here to try and make the ring a little bit better. We'll see if we can get that clip distance thing going here. But what I'll do is we'll go into the edge loop here, select that edge loop, and then I forget how to repeat command. I forget the hotkey for it. Whatever, this will work. Ready? So we still get that same clipping that we did before, which is not a problem, but we'll figure it out. Dude, I can pour pretty well, Mick. I'm pretty good at it, but I pour out of the can, you know what I mean? We're not tapping a keg over here. I mean, I wish I had enough money to have a keg of Guinness in my house. That would be actually pretty cool. All right, let me set this back to feet here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got to go up here.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
All right. So now, I think I got the edges that I want, but the Taurus edges are still down here because it's a 6-sided Taurus. So I'm gonna go in here and go 2 edge ring and delete. Nope. 2 edge ring and delete. There we go. We got rid of the edge rings. So we're still having that same problem here, dudes. Let me go in here like this and set our preferences back to mill. Where are we at right here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mil. All right, that's the same as it was before. Rug, 47 months. I told them about needing an ultrasonic cleaner to make the Guinness better. Really? Huh. Yeah, Steven, I've made all kinds of stuff in Maya before, dude. So let's go back to that clipping plane thing. Go in here and set the clipping plane up here. Let's see what that does. It didn't do anything. Let's set that up here. Nope, still didn't like it. You can extrude the interior of a cylinder. You can extrude any edge, dude. It works so well. Best you've ever tasted. What do you mean ultrasonic cleaner? What are you putting in the ultrasonic cleaner? Are you putting this in the ultrasonic cleaner? Or are you putting the glass in the ultrasonic? I'm confused now. Maybe it's the far clip distance. Here, let's lower that. Oh, didn't change anything. Can you bring me into the stream? I don't know how to do that. Like, do you have Discord, man? Yeah, here, let me add you on Discord, dude. Sure. How do I let me see. Mad. Nope. Search function didn't work. Here's what we'll do, Mick. Here's what we'll do. let me shoot you my Discord info, right? There. I'll shoot you, or you could just type !Discord. The link's already in the chat right above when you said shoot me a link. Or you could just add me, and we could just go into a video call that way. It doesn't matter. Alright, so I still really want to get these far clip planes figured out. But I'm not sure what to do here. I forget. I used to know how to do this. Nope. It's camera clip distances, but I just don't think we're editing the right thing. I don't think we're doing the right thing. All right, Mick's gonna teach us here about Guiness. Whoa, I really did screw with the camera settings here. This is really edgy here. See, I'm not. Damn it. Here, hold on. Let's look. No, that's far clip distances. That's what we. Oh, there he is. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm very well, sir.
Sweet. You in the shed today or what, dude?
No, I'm just come back from the pub.
Oh yeah, it's late. Yeah, I'm sorry, time zones and stuff, man. It's almost like there's an ocean between us or something.
Yeah, that little pond.
Yeah, it's there. It exists.
Do you want me to activate my video, and then I'll show you what crack is with the Guinness?
Sure, man. Yeah, why not? Here, we'll take a little bit of a delay here. Put the video on, and I can put it on the other screen.
Hang on, then. I'll need to set up before I. Hang on. Let me just open my video up.
Yes, sir. All right, let me get you over here. Click on that. See if we can go full screen with it.
Yeah, this is purely for science.
It's purely for science. All right, let's see. Tell me what you got, man. We got you up on stream.
Are we up? Okay. Hi, guys.
Yeah, that's mad for it, guys. This is important.
Right, 2 seconds.
All right, man. All right. Make it happen. It's got the Ford logo up there. Yeah, self-synthesis. That's why I just go along with chat, dude. I just go with the flow. That's why Space News lasts sometimes, dude, because you just go with the flow. All right, what is this? Ultrasonic, right?
Standard ultrasonic cleaner.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I ripped the lid off it, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I need to try and plug this in somehow. Okay, let me show you the rest.
Okie dokie. Velo, this is my buddy Mick. He operates a Twitch channel called Mad Ford Engineering, and he wrenches on cars. He wrenches on cars all day. He's out of the Midlands, dude. So not too far from you.
Okay, so you got your standard draft Guinness.
Yes, sir.
Knife or something pokey.
Okay.
And literally, just very carefully.
Yeah.
Dab the lid. Let that nitrogen out.
Yeah. This is for science, guys. So we're in science and technology. This is important.
Purely for science.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
The nitrogen is now gone.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have your correct Guinness glass, of course.
Yes, sir.
And then what you need.
I'll get back to modeling in a second, dudes.
You put a little bit of water in the bottom of the ultrasonic cleaner.
Okay. Parameter G.
Just need to leave this. Just need to leave this for a couple of minutes just to let the nitrogen disappear. Now I might have to do this off camera because I don't think I've got an extension cord long enough. Let me have a look.
All right. We'll get back to modeling in a second, dudes. I'll see if we can figure out a way to get that the clipping done there. And Jim,
Just get away with this.
what's that?
Just get away with it. Right, we've got an extension cord. We're
Yes. All right, we can't. The ultrasonic cleaners, we can't see it, man. It's a little low.
good. Now I'll move my.
Oh, yes, you legend. I got it hired. Thank you. Yeah, all right, we can see it. It's good enough.
You can see it now.
Yeah. So, okay, just for the people that don't know, the science behind this, and this is why we're doing this, is because Mick said he would tell me how to pour a Guinness correctly, because I apparently didn't do it right, and that's fine. That's fine. He's closer to Guinness he's closer to the factory than me, so he probably knows more.
It's two different ways of pouring Guinness. I'll show you the second way without a sort of ultrasonic in a minute. So, 45 degrees.
Yep. That's how I pour it. Oh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, if somebody handed you that in a pub in the UK, you would say, "What the f is that?" Because it's as flat
Yeah, there's no
as a
foam.
witch is.
See, I always try to go for a little bit of foam. You want a little bit, but you don't want too much.
Let me just let the stream catch up so I can see. Right. Okay. Now this is the magic. Now, you ready?
Yeah.
5 seconds. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Head is blown. Let me tell you.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that looks so tasty.
Now, according to Guinness, it should take 119 seconds for this to happen. Okay?
Oh.
You just watch that. Yeah.
It's an ultrasonic cleaner, guys. Yeah. This is legit, dude. Oh, look at that.
Proper legit.
Oh man, dude, that looks even more appetizing than Guinness already is.
You just wait. But I'll show you in a minute another glass how to pour the Guinness without an ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah. See, the way I pour is when I pour it, I make sure I'm pouring onto the glass at 45. I don't pour into the beer.
Right, I'll show you the score. Right, so let that settle.
Oh. So the Guinness. Okay. Yeah, all right. You're pouring yourself too, man.
I've even got a Guinness fridge that's fully stocked, just in case, you know.
My fridge is full of Guinness too.
Okay,
it's the best,
so
dude. It's tasty.
the glass needs to be dry.
Yep.
Okay. No moisture in the glass. It needs to be dry.
Mm-hmm.
So take your can instantly in. Okay.
Huh.
As it touches the bottom of the can, literally just pull it. Very, very slowly. Very, very slowly.
What kind of witchcraft is this?
And up, and up, and up, and up. Up.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, you guys, the foam needs to be like on a gradient. See how it's on a gradient there? Like it's dark at the bottom, and then as you get closer and closer to the top, it's more and more foam. That's how you want to pour. That makes it. Trust me, it makes a difference.
You can do a comparisons test here. If I can rest that there. So. Okay, so that one is from the can straight.
Yep.
That one is ultrasonic. That is an absolute perfect point.
It's perfect. See, yeah, you want it to gradient, and then you want it to be a fine line like that. That's perfect. Look at how crisp the one on the right is, guys. That's nuts.
Yeah. And then, obviously, what you need to do, it won't quite work with this because it's not a full pint. On your first gulp, you need to split the G. Okay? It'll work from this, right? Because the G is bigger. On your first gulp, you always try and split the G. Okay?
I love how there's etiquette to this. This is fantastic. Go, go, go. Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
And then you're looking for stiction. You should have a certain amount of stiction on the glass.
This is great. I love it.
That's not bad stiction.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. It's like when you're drinking wine, you look for the roots.
Yeah. Now that is just the best Guinness you will ever taste. Eric, you need to try this.
I need an ultrasonic.
Get on Amazon. Get yourself an ultrasonic cleaner. Rip the lid off it. Just be caveman. And this is what I'm talking about.
That's awesome. That's so good, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
This one won't. Good. What?
Guinness is still good. It's like pizza, but there are better pizzas, you know?
Now look at the stiction.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see a huge difference. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep. And it just goes down so well.
Mm. This stuff Guinness is an acquired taste, guys. The first time when you're young, it'll taste terrible. But if you drink it more, it's something about your palate will get used to it, and then it tastes like coffee or chocolate or something. It's delicious, frigging delicious.
I only found Guinness about 5 years ago.
What?
And
Mick,
like, never found a long drink that I was totally happy with. I was never happy with lager.
Yep.
But Guinness, that's it. That was it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one, dude. I've been drinking it for a long time, man. Guinness with like a steak. Oh, whoa.
Oh,
yeah, man.
and you know, I was in the States with Merkers a few years ago.
Yeah.
When I delivered his bag, and we went to the Ford restaurant in Tampa, and I had a Guinness and a steak. The Guinness wasn't bad, but it was nowhere near as good as, you know.
Yeah, when you're in the UK, it's always gonna be better, dude. Mm. That's awesome. Yeah, so guys, this is my buddy Mick. Mick is on Mad Ford Engineering. It's a channel where he wrenches on cars. That's all he does. All he does is wrench. But Mick does some pretty cool projects for some pretty cool people. Dude, tell him about the SD200 while we're here.
Oh yeah. At the moment, we have kind of finished the ST200, the Mondeo ST200 for Jeremy Clarkson's Drive Tribe channel on YouTube. There's 3 episodes on there already. Episode number 4 is due to come out this week. We've also got a Rover 25 and a Mazda MX-5, or you know it as a Miata. Mm-hmm. That's having a V10 fitted, supercharged V10.
Yeah, in an MX-5. Okay. Yeah. What's that 10 out of, dude?
Right, it's a special engine that's been built by Connaught, which is a bit of a quintessential English engineering company.
Cool.
It's never been released to the public. It's never been put in a car before on the road that we know to. It's a 2-litre V10, 22.5 degree V, single head. So it's a VR10.
Yeah. Man, that thing probably revs for days. 2-liter displacement. That thing probably revs to the end of time.
13,500 RPM.
That's ridiculous, man. Oh, I want to go see that.
And would you believe it's got a transit gearbox bolted to the back of it?
Hey, whatever works, man. Shoot, that's all right.
Yeah. If it works, it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
so,
we're talking about Jeremy Clarkson from like Top Gear and Grand Tour, guys. That's what we're talking about here.
The Drive Tribe channel is owned by Clarkson, Hammond, and May.
Yep.
That's their channel.
I haven't seen that video yet, Duber, but yeah, awesome stuff, dude. Jeremy Clarkson, the farmer. Yes, now the farmer. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're also building a Pink Panther SAS Land Rover for a very, very famous British actor. I can't tell you his name, but you will definitely have seen some of his movies.
So that's like what, like a Series 2 or something?
It's a Series 2A long wheelbase, long range desert patrol vehicle
Oh, that's
with
cool.
machine guns, smoke discharges. If you don't know what a Pink Panther is, just Google SAS Pink Panther and you will see what it is, and we're building one of those.
Let's see. I'm going to bring it up on stream here.
Yeah, do it, Eric. Bring it up.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's sick. I love it. He's got the machine gun mounts on it. That's sweet.
That's it. That's exactly what we're building.
Oh, we got a raid from Matt here. We're conducting science over here. It's the science of pouring with Mad Ford Engineering. It's awesome. What's up, Matt Raiders? How you doing?
Welcome, Raiders.
Chat says it's for Mr. Bean. I don't think that's how Rowan Atkinson gets down. He likes race cars.
He does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a big race car guy.
He's an English actor. It's not Rowan Atkinson.
Yep.
But you would definitely have known
Cool.
some of his films.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, man.
There you go. And I like to try and spread the love of the Guinness.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on that one, dude. I'm a disciple. Come on, I drink it all the time. All right.
Awesome. Well, have a lovely evening.
Yeah,
Thank you,
too,
Eric.
man. Cheers.
Thanks, chat. See you soon.
All right. See you later, Mick. I'll talk to you later, buddy. All right. So we had a little science detour there for Guinness pouring. Now you know. So that was my buddy Mick. Mick runs Mad Ford Engineering. That wasn't planned. It was just like, hey, you want me to teach you how to do this? Yeah, sure, why not? That's streaming, man. That's live format streaming, man. Yeah, Mick's cool. Good friend of mine. I love his channel. The cars, dude. Some of the cars that he works on. If you like old rally stuff, like the Causies that are in there. He was working on a Delta HF the other day, even though he doesn't like Lancia. I like Lancia. It's passionate. We'll come see you one day soon. Yeah. Range Rovers like that raided the airstrip in North Africa. Yeah, man. All right. Channel link. Drummer. Can we get... Yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, there's... he's rents on all kinds of cars, but there's my personal favorite. This thing. It's not... This isn't the exact car. This is just the type of car. That's my favorite. I love those things. See that thing right there? Those cars can be tuned to have 600 horsepower. They're a homologated car for, what is it? It's BTCC for the BTCC and Rally for this thing. I'd be honored to have you in the shop, dude. What? Yeah, when the world isn't as crazy, man, I'm in. I'll fly over there whenever, dude. That's a Sierra. It's not an Escort. The Sierra came before the Escort. Freaking awesome car, dude. Awesome car. We should find a Causi engine, Mick, and we should throw it in a freaking Fox body Mustang, like that one that was in the shop the other day. Throw a Causi engine in it. It's probably faster than the freaking V8, because the V8s from the 80s were just... Sorry about that. Yeah, well, let's figure out how much that's gonna cost, and then we'll do it, dude. Oh man, you have a Fox body in the yard? Yeah, dude. We were watching it the other day. It's a 5.0. I will say no more. No, the Sierra was after the Escort, different class though. Cool. Oh, Stratos. That's a cool car, Chief. Yeah, I like the Stratos, man. I like Lancias. Mick doesn't like them. I think they're cool. You guys should recreate the Tesla Roadster that went to space? I guess. Airborne, the Mark 1 Tesla Roadster is just based off of a Lotus. It's a Lotus Esprit. Or not an Esprit, it's a Elise. Esprit is a different car. You'll love them until you work on them. I know, Demon. That's what everybody says. They're passionate, though. They're a very passionate car. Look at my mustache. It's a very passionate automobile. It's very nice. It passionately drives and then it passionately explodes into flames. I like the Ford better. Yeah, Louisa, but Lancia's still cool. Yeah. The RS200 is your dream car. Yeah. The RS200s are sick, man. That's, yeah, rear engine, or mid-engine, freaking cool, dude. We in the Space News section right now? No, I'm going to get back to doing some modeling here, guys. We're making some Starship rings for a little bit here. Let's go back into here, set the prefs back to meters, and I can't get the camera to work correctly. Well, I'll look into that a little bit later. Okay, drummer. Yeah, the RS200 is what we're talking about. Is a car that Ford made for rallying, and it's a little weird looking, but then you realize it's from the 80s. But then you realize it's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive. So this is like if Ford made an MR2, but see, there's this thing about Ford, like every once in a while Ford goes crazy and they make something ridiculous. Case in point, Mark IV, right? Every once in a while, it's just something nuts, right? Mark IV is Bay, right? And then in the 80s, they made this thing. This thing is ridiculous. What's the modeling for? I was just going to do an engineering model so I can teach people easier about Starship without drawing all these crazy things. Ken Block actually has one, dude. Yeah, the RS200. He has one. I don't know where he got that one from. He's probably talked about it, but yeah, those things are crazy, dude. They're a crazy rally car. And homologation rules, they only made a couple of them. They only made enough to qualify with the specs. So there are road cars of this, but they're super freaking rare. You should probably get a Nissan. If I'm getting a Nissan from the early 90s, it's going to be that one. That is my favorite Japanese car, right there. That's my favorite. R33s and R34s are cool. That one's my favorite. Look at the RS1700. RS1700T. Oh, yeah, man. That thing is sick. I like it. I like that a lot. That's a cool car. You need any importer hookups, just hit me up. I mean, Storm, realistically here, how much are we talking for an R32? Serious. How about Toyota? The SD185 Celica is a cool car. That was canceled due to the Audi Quattro. Jeez. 38,000 market average now. What about the GTS-T? A GTO VR4? Droya, that's a cool car. Storm, how much do you think it's gonna? How much do you think it'd be to get a GTO? Hey, Gojira, what's going on? I'm gonna talk and work on this here. The GTS-T rocketed to a 25 to 28K market average. Frick, man, I can't afford that. But then again, you know, it'd be Stormcrasher. If I had that car, that's a car like, you know, if you had like a 66 Corvette, right? You'd restore it to factory specs, right? Because it's worth more that way. I would do that with a GTR. If I could get my hands on a BNR 32, I would just restore it back to how it came from the factory as much as I could and just leave it. Or pay off your student loans. Well, that's the thing, Jeff. Skyline prices are only going to go up. They're never going to go down because it's such a popular car. Because it's such a cool car, right? And eventually I'll let it appreciate and then sell it. Okay, Stormcrasher. Or, yeah, right. Ford lost over £1 million because Quattro came in and made two-wheel drive useless. Yeah. That's a nice hat you have there. Thanks, Matt. How are you, dude? Thank you for the raid. Were you playing Cities? It's good to see you streaming again, man. Oh, no, you were playing Kerbal. I had the window open over there. All right. Well, the far clipping camera is not doing what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make Starship rings in here, and I'm trying to engineer them to spec, dude, but it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it at all. Good start to get back, at least until NG16. Yeah. You got an R33 Gazira? Nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, R34s are insanely... I mean, R32s are as well top fuel, but... The GTOs are not as expensive, but they're... Over here, they were called the 3000 GT VR4. Or a Dodge Stealth. But I think this is a cool car. I know full and well that they're a pain in the butt to work on. Because somehow, they sandwiched a V6 in here, twin turbo with all-wheel drive, somehow. The car is like a spaceship in there. Model the mustache. Viewport clipping, yeah. I would drive this, even though I know it's hard to work on. I think that is such a cool looking car. It's V6 twin turbo all-wheel drive, like that Wendover that we were messing with in Beam the other day. Typically, you never want more than 0.6 decimal places between your near and far plane. All right, let's figure this out. Look at your link. The Fast and Furious rocket car? I don't need that. Yeah, D-Pick, right? Ever seen the weirdest Japanese car? Check the dash. Subaru Alcyon XT Turbo. Alright, last thing, and then we gotta get back to this. Bro. What is this, Knight Rider? I love, dude, 90s Japanese stuff is crazy. I love it. It's so awesome. Late 80s, early 90s, Japan went bananas with car design. It's like American cars in the early 60s. Like, GM and Ford were just doing nuts stuff. Like, Ford doing the GT40. GM made the Corvair, and the Corvair was factory turbocharged, which is just nuts. That's cool. Cool car. Alright. Oh, Gozira, that's beautiful. All right. All right, let's see if we can get our camera settings figured out here. Nope, it didn't like it. See, I'm not even sure if this thing is working in real time. Like, if I set that, will it change anything? Nope. Yeah, Merkers. Flat 6 rear engine turbo from the factory. They were trying to rival the Porsche 356, and they did a damn good job. But then they got, yep, nope, I'm not talking about it. You know what happened. Okay, back to work. All right, everyone. No, Ren. Never saw it coming. They're cool cars, man. Try bringing the far clip plane down. It probably doesn't have the resolution working up close. Okay. Nah, Emma, it still doesn't like it. I mean, I can deal with it if you guys can deal with it. It doesn't really bother me. How do I fix my windshield cleaner fluid pump? Take it off, take it apart, O-Force. Clean stuff, put it back together. Disassemble, reassemble, clean parts. Lubricate parts that you need, put it back together. Pumps, especially like a washer pump, are very, very simple, dude. Are you 3D printing these? Probably not, Dave. I just want to use this as an engineering model. So like when I'm in Space News and I'm showing all this different stuff during Space News, I can better explain it. Like what all this stuff does. Like seeing it in 3D would help people visualize this a lot better, I think. So I've been just trying to look at all the different rings, and one day I'll figure out how to do that. Well, not figure out, I could do it, but I can make all this. That's not a problem. So Blue was already blocking non-approved media to cover the NS-16 launch, and now they're shutting down State Highway 54 due to concerns of public safety, which is stupid since they've never done so for the other 15 launches. It's being streamed on Prime Video, so it might be an exclusive for them. They said you could get the live stream on their website, Thomas, so I don't think that's what's going on. Also, Thomas, I'll be 100% real with you. And once again, not defending billionaires by any means here. I would want the area cordoned off if everybody's going to know where Jeff Bezos is going to be. I'd want the area cordoned off. It's a security thing. Just like if a Rule 8 person is moving around. Same stuff. Now, you know, whether you think that, you know, Rule 8 people or a billionaire should get the same treatment, I don't know. I can see why people wouldn't like that. That's really down to what you guys think, and I know everybody's going to have an opinion on that, so... I mean, once again, it's not really about defending, it's about understanding. Like, I get what they're doing. I see it. Man, my camera settings are all screwed up. I may need to go into Persp and reset the settings on the camera. Yeah, there we go. It's the vertical film aperture that's screwing me up. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. The normals aren't inverted, Neo. I just have two edges that are really close to each other. And because I wanted this to be 4 mil, like the real Starship rings, we're running into a little bit of clipping problems when we zoom out. The normals aren't inverted. There's just two edges that have the normals facing out that are butting up against each other. And the cameras are having trouble rendering this. Yeah, Brian, once again, like, I'm not trying to defend and say, like, oh, this is what's going on, this is how, like, it's... Public safety? What public safety, dude? They've launched this thing a bunch of times, and it was never a problem before. So what's the difference now? The difference is there's people on it. You know? Like, that's very important people, right? Like... You don't want what happened when DM2 came down happening here. I'm pretty sure that's the reason, right? Camera attributes. Near clip plane, far clip plane. Okay, so let me select the camera. I'll select Persp. Let me go into the attribute editor here. Which I think I'm setting here, but anyway. Hired, what do we got? $10,000 to $10,000. Ah, yes. I see. Yeah, okay, I see what it did there. Let's try setting not to 50. Nope. So, yeah, the near clip plane. The further it is away from the camera, the better this thing simulates it. So it was at like 0.1. Let's try just setting it to 1 straight up. See how if we get close though, it cuts some of the geometry, at least it looks like it. That's the camera shape intersecting with the geometry. But much better. This will be perfect now. Thanks, man. It was a local attribute on the camera and not an overall camera display setting, which is good. I'll set that to 1 just to be sure. And we'll go from there. Alright, save the scene. Ring 1, save as. Alright, cool, perfect. Alright, it's 4 o'clock, dudes. Took me freaking couple hours to model this ring, but we had a little bit of a science detour. But we did figure it out. Thanks for your help, chat. So now that we have a ring that we know is the right height, 6 feet on a roll, right? With interior and exterior surfaces at 4 mil, we know it's correct. I mean, it's a close approximation, but we know it's right. So here, what I can do is we can just duplicate it. We could just duplicate it, right? And then if I go back in here and I set my setting attributes back to feet, right? We set our measurement attributes, so our grid spacing, we set it back to feet, right? we can snap these things together, and we can do a special duplicate, right? And now we got Starship rings. See? This guy bought tubes! Bought some steel tubes! I have to tell you what the frick you can do with the steel tube? What did you think of Virgin Galactic? Tech guy, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was cool. The cast sucked. The cast was hot dog crap, but the flight was awesome. The flight was really cool. I really think that Spaceship 2 is neat. But then again, I think every rocket is neat. I don't care what it is. I think it's cool. Are you going to add the details like the stringers? Well, Steven, that's why I wanted to make individual rings, because then, check this out. Now that I can get this figured out, here's what we can do. I need a kind of a measurement of the stringers here. Like, how big do we think these stringers are across, right? Here, I'll do, like, kind of an example stringer, right? So let's get a box, right? I'm sorry, I got into a really weird habit of just saying right all the time, and I'm trying to shake it, so you're just gonna have to bear with me on that one. Alright, so we go in here. It's like that one time, like a couple years ago, when I said, you know what I mean? Like, every 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not cool. I should just start saying left. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, so we have the shape here. Let me get the back faces off. So now we have a cube with the back face open. Right? Stop it, EJ! Stop it! Stop it! The reason why I say right all the time, dudes, is because when I talk to you guys, in my head, and this is kind of a, I don't know if this is Pavlov or whatever, I talk to you guys like I would talk to someone in real life, or at least I try to. And obviously I can't communicate with the text in real time. It's different. You know, talking here on Twitch and chat, right, is different than talking to somebody face to face. So I say right out when I'm teaching something, expecting the nod, like if we were having a conversation. So like 2 + 2 = 4, right? And then yeah, okay. Like, it's part of what it kind of inadvertently is what I'm trying to do to, like, personalize this stuff. I guess not personalize. That's not really the right way to say it. But, yeah, that's the justification there. It's annoying, and I should stop doing it. But that's at least, like I said, understanding is key. I promise you do get the nod. All right. You speak words good, no worry. Just say, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. It literally is the same thing. I'm turning into Mr. Mackey. Right? Forlord? Right? I know, right? Yeah. Alright, let's get this stringer figured out. Okay. So it's like my inadvertent way of knowing that people are following along with me, which is strange. But a wise man once said, people are strange. Alright, so move this way. I need my channel box data, there we go. Have you seen this before, Space News? What's that, Chris? Oh man, people are already modeling this. See, a lot of people have been modeling Starship stuff for a long time. I'm way behind the curve here. I'm just modeling rings right now. So Alexander Svan. Oh, that's cool, man. That's so cool. I don't know about that. I mean, it is a space frame, but that isn't a obtuse angle. Generally, don't want obtuse angles. This is more likely to be arched, like a bridge almost. Other than that, though, yeah, this is freaking sick, dude. That's Alexander looks like he did a model of the catch mechanism. man, now I want to model that too. We'll model the surface structures some other time. All right, I'm doing a stringer right now, so I need a reference for a stringer real quick. This is the last thing we'll do, and then, see, we're just trying to make something like that. That's what the internal stringers look like. Some of them have holes in them, some of them don't. So let's go back in here, and I'll do a prototype for the most part here. So let's go in here, select the edge, 2-edge ring and split. 2-edge ring and split it in half. Get rid of that. So that should have gotten rid of the bottom face. Now I'm going to get rid of the top face right there, right? And we have 3 polyagonal edges here. Will it really look like that? I don't know, DV. I don't think so. I think this is just extrapolation from the hardware that we've seen. I'm going to go ahead and guess. And once again, I'm not trying to dump on Alex here. This is awesome. You know, I'll throw my hat into the ring with my own 3D. But I think this is close. If it was me, guys, what I would do is I would have the pivot points out here on the corners. So this pivot bracket would be out here. And then I would have a hydraulic this way. Because having a hydraulic like this and pulling back and forth on these rings, that's not as effective. You don't have as much effective moment. I would move my pivot points out here. So you need a smaller hydraulic to get more movement. Understand? So I think that, see, I said understand instead of right, so I'm curving it. So I think that the pivot points will be out here somewhere on the arms. Think like the strong back. The strong back that holds Falcon 9. It will look something like that. Something like that, but crossed with a trestle bridge. So I think Alex in this render is 100% right with the space frame right here. I think this is accurate. That's probably what that's going to look like. But I think the pivot points will be out here. And then the hydraulics will be here, here, and here, or however the catch mechanism looks, right? I said right, damn it. I think the arms are based off of the yellow pipes we've seen put together. Got it. Now we're going to make some stringers, okay? That's a sweet render, though. Alright. We'll go into space news here in a second, dudes. So I'm just going to do... top Y right there, okay. So the stringers just look like they have a flange going this way and a flange going that way. So I'm going to extrude these out and then we scale that way. Right? But the mounting plate here is way too thick. And then we have faces on the inside. So get rid of that, get rid of that. And then take these 2 faces and then we'll move them back this way. Like that. Okay? Good. Right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select edges instead. Yeah, see, this is where that far clip plane stuff starts to get to be a pain in the butt. I'm not making a Starship mod, I'm just making Starship. Or something like it. Another render for the mystery structure for later. I saw the can crusher, dude. I think that looks right, Chris. So it's important here to just get the shape. I'm trying to... Now these are the stringers. Stringers are just ribbing for in cylindric design, like on the rocket, it's just ribbing to provide structure. Because if you just have the outer walls, right, they can still bend. But if you have stringers on top of them, they're much less susceptible to doing this. And you want stuff being held together right where this picture was taken, because that holds the, this is the seam right there where the bulkhead is for super heavy. So you would really want that, some reinforcement there. But these other stringers probably look like when we see the bottom view of Starship, like down here. All right. Send you a DM of some on a Starship I've been working on, not a 3D model though. Oh yeah, that looks good, man. All right, we should be getting into space news now, but let me just finish this shape up here. So these ones need to be in line here, and then these ones need to be not in line there, but I want them lined up like that. Then all these top vertices can go right here and then go right there, like that. Looks like I selected some of the ring vertices as well. Don't want that. Okay, so now I have basically the geometry in a shape that I want. So now we got to mess with this. Let's take these vertices up here and then take this stuff out here and that stuff there, and my sound effects are highly warranted. Okay. So another thing that you could do here, instead of moving everything at once, you could split this edge ring like this, right? And then delete one side of the faces and then mirror. You can basically work in mirror symmetry in Maya. So I don't have to mess with two, that's vertex face, I don't want that. So I don't have to mess with two sides all the freaking time. Here we go. All right, so let me take this piece. We can go up here like this. All right, make that as tall as, once again, I'm going through some workflow here to see if I can just make the stringer and make it look correct. So I'm working on making Starship rings. So now, check this out. We can go into Mesh, Edit Mesh, and then we can... Oh no, it's just in regular Mesh. Open up the options, mirror it. Oh, it mirrored it on the wrong axis. We gotta go back and mesh with those tools again. So we want to mirror it over Z. Mirror. We don't want to mirror it over Z. It didn't like that either. Nope. Another thing that you can do is just inverse scale it, which is what I think that's what mirror symmetry does. Mirror symmetry, I think, negative scales stuff if I can read the editor correctly. So like inverse scale, right, would be if I took this and then basically did the 3D equivalent of dividing by 0. and set that scale to -1. It doesn't like that. That sometimes Maya really hates that a lot. This is cool. What are we doing? Oh, we're making some Starship stringers. All right, so now these are two different things. So we gotta go into mesh and we gotta combine them. And now that we can combine them, I can take these vertices and then we can sew them together, which is what I was trying to do before with the rings. So there's two vertices right here that are just on top of each other. So I could pull it apart. See that? You don't want that. So we gotta go. There's a merge vertices function here somewhere. Here, let's see if it's on the radial menus. Merge vertices, here we go. So let's just single click here. Yep, see, now that's one piece. All right, cool. So now I can get rid of that center edge because it's not needed. 2-edge loop and delete. And now we got one big thing again. See, we got our stringer here, or at least a prototype of it. I don't think the Starship stringers have flanges. This Entropy, this is just a prototype. This is just me messing with this to make sure that I still remember how to workflow in Maya. And it seems that it is working and coming back to me. Just takes a second. See, this is why you'd want to work in mirror, because if I want to bring the flanges in, right? Now I have to do double the work, right? So, and I don't want to do that, obviously. Like, why use more words when few do trick? We got to get into space news, though, guys. There we go. Cool. All right, so this obviously isn't scaled correctly, right? The stringers are a lot smaller, like this. I'm going to change the pivot point of this object to be at the bottom, basically, right? And then we're going to go over here. Not bad. So we can go in here, move this up like that, move this down like that. And then we got the basic idea there. Once again, I'm just testing the workflow here. So the stringers have speed holes cut out in them, so we can actually go back here and split this edge again, and then we could split it again, and split it again horizontally, and then we could go in here and do something called a vertex chamfer. Actually, I only really need one. Watch this. If we vertex chamfer, right, because they have a hole right here. Cutting holes in geometry is a pain in the butt. Yeah, you have to. It's annoying. So let's chamfer that vertice, right? And see, now that cut a hole for us. See that? That made our speed hole, basically. There's a mirror modifier. Yeah, you could do that too, Mycon. You could do that as well. Vertex chamfer isn't doing exactly what I wanted. Let me go back and let me just mess with the settings here. Yeah, okay. It only splits it into 4, which is annoying, but if I select those and we edge extrude it back. Cool. Sweet. I can do animation, but I haven't done it in a long time, Woodbite. Long time. Yep, okay. I could do this. We'll continue more with this project a little bit later. Cool. Save that. Alright. Excellent. Time for space news. Alright. I'm just saving out all these pictures here. There is some pretty hard space news, pretty good stuff around. I'm just saving all the reference pictures that we pulled up that I want. Okay. And if we, like if I spend a little bit during space news working on this every day, we could, yeah, just model the whole thing, whole production site. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I'll switch us to space news now.